If you have a key leadership role sitting open, I want you to stop thinking about what the hire will cost and start asking what the empty seat is already costing you. Because the seat is not just sitting there quietly waiting to be filled, it's costing you money right now. I'm Renee Fry, and this is Building Your High-Performing Team, where we help you hire smarter, reduce turnover, and drive business results so you can finally sleep at night. If you want proven strategies to hire better and build teams that last, hit subscribe. We drop new insights every week. Now, let's talk about a mistake I see companies make all the time when they're trying to get a key hire approved. You know the role is needed. Maybe it's a plant manager, operations manager, maintenance manager, engineering leader, distribution center leader, or another key role that keeps the business moving. The team knows you need it. The work is already there. The pressure is already there. But now the hire has to get approved. So the conversation turns into a salary conversation. The number feels high. Someone asks, "Can we get this person for less?" Or another says, "Let's wait on the hire till next quarter." Or another one says, "Prove we really need it." And while everyone is debating the salary number, that seat stays empty. And here's the problem. That open seat is not free. Somebody's paying for it. Maybe you're paying for it in overtime. Maybe you're paying for it in missed production. Maybe you're paying for it in late shipments. Maybe you're paying for it in quality issues, customer service issues, safety issues, or turnover. Maybe your supervisors are stretched so thin. Maybe your team is losing confidence in the company. Maybe you're the one getting pulled back into the day-to-day work that you should not have to own anymore. You're covering the gap. You are answering questions that belong to someone else. You're trying to keep the team stable while actually doing your actual job. The real question is not, is this hire worth the money? The real question is, how much longer can we afford to leave this seat empty? That one question changes the entire conversation, because when you only look at salary, a strong hire can look really expensive. But when you look at what the open seat is already costing the business, the right hire can become the cheaper option. So let's talk about what to do before you ask for approval on a key hire. Number one, start with the cost of the empty seat. Don't start with the salary range. Start with what the gap is costing the business right now. If the floor is behind because there's not a strong leader in place, what is that costing the business? If supervisors are stretched thin, what is that costing? If overtime is climbing, what is that costing? If shipments are late, what is that costing? If mistakes are increasing, what is that costing? And if you're spending 10 hours a week covering that gap, what is your time worth? Because your time is not free either. When finance can see that the open seat is already costing money, the salary discussion starts to look different. It stops looking like an expense. It starts looking like a solution to a problem the company's already paying for. Number two, do not lowball the role just to get it approved. This happens all the time. A company knows what level of person they need, but they lower the salary range because they think it might be easier for them to get approval. And the problem is you're now trying to hire a incredible person with a weak offer, and strong candidates know their value. They're not waiting around for a company that's underpaying the market. So maybe, you save 20 grand on paper, but then the role sits open for 3 or 4 months. The work doesn't go away. The pressure doesn't go away. The team still needs leadership. And by the time you add up the cost of the delay, the savings were not really savings at all. Budget for the person you actually need, not the person you think you can sneak through approval. Number 3, talk about the return, not just the cost. Finance leaders are not only thinking about expenses, they are thinking about return. So you have to speak in that language. Don't just say, this role costs $140,000. Say, this person gives us back leadership capacity. This person stabilizes the team. This person reduces errors. This person gets the shift running without me in it every day. Think of how much money that saves. This person helps us hit production, improve accountability, move faster. That's a very different conversation. Now, you're not just asking for money, you're showing what the business gets in return. Number 4, lock the approval before you start the recruiting. This one matters. And a lot of companies start talking to candidates before the role is fully approved. They say, it's basically approved. Or we're in the waiting on the final sign-off. But candidates don't wait around for internal approval processes, especially strong candidates. They're employed. They're busy. They're being approached by other companies. And if your approval takes 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, there's a very good chance that the person you want is going to be off the market by the time you're ready to make a move. Everyone's knocking on the strong talent's door. Do not go to start recruiting on a maybe. Get the budget approved, get the decision makers aligned, know who has to sign off, then start the recruiting. Number 5, decide how fast you're willing to move. Speed matters in hiring. It doesn't mean rushing. It doesn't mean skipping process steps. It means being ready. If the right person is in front of you, how quickly can you get an interview? Can the leadership team that's involved clear their calendars? Can you get interview feedback quickly? Can you make a decision quickly? Can you get the offer approved quickly? Because if your company takes 6 weeks to make a decision and another company takes 10 days, hate to break it to you, but the faster company has the real advantage. And most companies give that advantage away without even realizing it. Number 6, budget for the whole cost of hiring, not just the salary. A hire is not fully productive on day 1. There's onboarding, there's ramp up, there's training, there's time it takes to learn your business, your people, your systems, your culture, and your expectations. That doesn't mean the hire isn't worth it. It means you need to budget realistically. Because when companies only look at salary, they get frustrated when the person needs time to ramp. And everyone needs time to ramp. Set the right expectations up front. Give the hire a fair shot. Set them up for success and make sure everyone understands what success should look like in the first 30, 60, 90, 180 days. So here's the big takeaway. Before you ask, is this hire worth the money? Ask this instead. What is the empty seat already costing us? Because the empty seat is not neutral. It's not free, and it's not sitting there quietly waiting for approval. It's affecting your team, your output, your customers, your time, and your results. And this is where companies get stuck. They know they need the person, but they haven't clearly connected the role to the business impact, and they do not have the market data. They do not know if the salary range is realistic. They do not know how to frame the return, and they do not always realize how much the delay is already costing them. That's part of the work we do at Talent Q before a recruiting search ever starts. Yes, we find your future people. We find the people you want to hire. But before we go to recruit, we help make sure the role is clear, the budget is right, the timeline is realistic, and the company is ready to move when the right person is found. Because finding a great candidate is only one part of the process. You have to be ready to land them. So if you have a key leadership role sitting open, don't start by asking if the hire is worth the money. Start by asking what the empty seat is already costing you. That's the conversation that gets the right roles approved and at the right number with the right urgency. When you get the money right, everything else gets easier. If this resonated and you found it valuable, please share it with another hiring leader who's serious about building stronger teams. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We drop fresh insights every week to help you hire smarter and lead stronger. And if you're ready to fill a critical role or strengthen your leadership pipeline, visit talentq.net, where exceptional companies meet exceptional people. I'm Renee Fry, and this has been Building Your High-Performing Team from the recruiters who know your business. When your team is dialed in, that's when leadership feels effortless. Cheers for now, and I'll see you next week.